Good morning. This is Pastor Ernie Lewis of the Blue Point Church in Sisney, Illinois, with your thoughts for Wednesday. We are looking at the references in Scripture that call God our Father. And in the Sermon on the Mount, Jesus reminds us of how we can glorify Him. He says in Matthew 5:13 through 16, "You are the salt of the earth. But if the salt has lost its flavor, how shall it be seasoned? It is then good for nothing but to be thrown out and trampled underfoot by men. You are the light of the world. A city that is set on a hill cannot be hidden, nor do they light a lamp and put it under a basket, but on a lampstand, and it gives light to all who are in the house. Let your light so shine that men may see your good works and glorify your Father in heaven." You see, in this discourse about Christ's followers, he describes them in two metaphors. First of all, he says, "You are the salt of the earth," which could be the influence that we give out in society, or perhaps even the use as a preservative in the corrupt world that we're living in. But Jesus warned these followers, if the salt should lose its flavor, wow, what hope is there for this world? Those who spread no good influence are leaving a godless society to be doomed and even to implode on itself and its citizens. He goes on to say, that salt is good for nothing but to be thrown out and trampled underfoot by men. The reference here is the fact that salt, even whenever it loses its flavor, it still has a negative effect on all kinds of life forms. Even a faulty salt substance may not flavor, but it will destroy all the plant life that it touches. Don't lose your good influence in our society today as a believer and become a destructive influence in our society. He also describes his followers as the light of the world, that they are shining in the darkness, and it is not to be hidden, but it is to be set up high, to shed light in every direction around it. And Jesus commanded, let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works. You know, this godless society needs to see the influence of Christians and Christ followers all around them. We need to be a beacon. We need to be a lighthouse that is keeping them from crashing on the rocks. But he says the ultimate outcome will not be our glory and our praise. We let our light so shine that they may see our good works and glorify our Father, which is in heaven. You know, there is much said in the Proverbs about that obedient child glorifying his father. A wise son maketh a glad father. The father of the righteous shall greatly rejoice, which will be God's attitude whenever we shine as lights in this dark world. So we are called to do good. We are called to let our light shine as a means of glorifying our Father in heaven. Will we act that way today as a reflection of the Lord Himself? Today, let's work in such a way that we are salt and light in our society, and by that we will glorify our Father in heaven.